when I got it, it was blue, black interior. It was a manual, and it came out of the factory as a Calypso green, white interior, auto. So I've gone back to.
Thank you. I love this.
G'day everyone, this is Daniel O'Grady, hope you're doing well, and no, I'm not back in Australia, couldn't get there this year, I am stuck in Japan, sweating my balls off. And the footage you're seeing here is from a car show I went to last year, and look, you're going to hear from me in a bit, but let's go hear what the owner has to say about his beautifully restored XA GT Falcon.
Is this your Ford Falcon?
Yeah.
Could I ask a couple of questions?
Yeah, mate.
So I've got a YouTube channel, I do videos of cars. Of course, I actually live in Japan. I'm in Australia for holiday, so but these are the cars of my youth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, turns out I wouldn't let him get a word in sideways. Nah, he told me a bunch of stuff and I'll sprinkle that in throughout this video. Actually, let me set the scene for people not familiar with the car. It is a 1972 Ford Falcon GT Hardtop. It's the first iteration of the third generation of Ford Falcons. You could call it a Zenki if you want to use the Japanese term. And if you have a look at that rear, strong Ford Torino vibes, and there was input from Ford HQ in the US, but this car was designed and built in Australia. Yeah, look, this thing is just amazing, and no surprise to any of us that it had completed a restoration, in this case a 3-year resto, and was completed just 5 weeks prior to this event. In that very short time, this was the 3rd event he had attended, and he had won first place at the previous 2. Safe to say he didn't cut any corners in this car's restoration. And let's take those wheels for an example. He's got the 5-spoke globes on. Of course, they're the right wheel. They were an option for this car back in the day. But when he did get the car back when it was blue, it had later model 5-spokers, and they had like a lip that was he wasn't happy with, so he got 12 slotters for it. But then just a few weeks prior to getting the car registered, he got his hands on a set of the correct model 5-spokers. You're probably keen to see the engine and the interior as well, and we'll get there in just a sec, but just a few final words on the body, in that the owner did get a professional in to do the panel work and also the paint. The owner himself, I think he said he limited his duties to the mechanical side of things. By trade, an airframe fitter, is that the term? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, the state of the car when he got it. Let's hear from the owner on the topic.
But the bodywork, the rear panels and stuff, what was the condition of those?
It had rust in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally to get a Ford, they get rust down through here, down here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And, chassis.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. A little bit of rust at the bottom of the doors, but it had no rust around the windscreen, so it was good. None around the rear windscreen,
yeah.
Which is a known sort of black spot on it.
Oh, okay.
So you knew where to look.
Yeah.
It was gotcha. No surprise.
And now let's dive into that big interior. Super white, super clean. I tell you what, if you spilt your red wine as you were driving that car, you would just kick yourself, would you not? You can see there's a T-bar there, big 3-spoker, massive dash. I mean, wrap around. It's amazing. It's got all the gauges. See, there's like an extra 4 gauges above the 2 main ones. Of course, that'd be a GT option. And so white and so clean. And you know we're going to dive into the engine bay, and it's super clean. The footage will catch up in a sec. I'm just dealing with very short amount of footage. Super clean engine, 351 Cleveland. It's got the 4V performance heads, perhaps 300 brake horsepower, I believe. But look at that engine bay. It's immaculate. It's got all the stickers on it. Concours.
Well, thank you for sharing it with me.
No worries.
Thank you so much. Very much appreciated.
No worries, thanks.
So there you go, once again a big thank you to the owner of this car, well, for restoring the car, for taking it along to car shows and then sharing it with me. Also thank you to me for making the video. It's, what can I say, it's a pleasure to mix it up and show something a little bit different, and to be honest, I really want to show more Australian cars in the future. I've got Holdens, I've got Tiranas, I've got Commodores, I've got all sorts of stuff in the works, but also I have got so much stuff from Japanese car shows. I got Wasabi cars from out in the bush. I got all sorts of stuff, people, so hang around on the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and do join me. I'm hoping this month and next month, Wednesday and Saturday videos, just as a way to remember. Wasabi, Wednesday, Saturday, Wasabi. It's really a bit of a stretch, isn't it? But everyone, thank you so much, and I'll see you next Saturday with another video. Take it easy and goodbye.